Greetings, geeks and geekarellas. It is me. I am back. Oh my god, this week. Oh my god. That's right. We were talking about Wynonna Earp, and this episode was crazy. This is probably going to get to you a little bit later. Sorry about that, but I actually recorded a review, and then I looked over it, and it was 20 minutes long. And I realized and I started to upload it, and I started realizing that, oh my god, this was going to take Old Man Matt forever. And I don't think you guys would want to see a 20-minute review, so I had to just say, fuck it. Scrap everything and start anew. And I'll try to truncate it. A lot happened, but this episode was kind of about healing. Last episode was about healing of Dolls' death. This week was about healing about other stuff, like Waverly and her mom, Nicole and her past, Jeremy and trying to find a social life. And I think this is starting the road to Doc healing from going to hell. There were a lot of subplots in this, hence why the first review was 20 minutes. So, I'm going to recap it differently, but I am going to recap it, so if you hadn't seen it, go watch it and then come back. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Anyway, this episode, basically, I'm trying to find a way to recap it without doing the 20-minute recap. A lot of I'll try to first shotgun subplots, because the main plot ends on a big note that I want to get to later. But, the thing with Wynonna. Alright. Jeremy. Jeremy has a subplot about him finding a guy who is a former high school buddy of Waverly, who recently moved back to town and found a bleeding tree, murder tree, which had a freaky face on it, which actually blinked, and it's like, ugh. Good green screen there. And after some prodding from Waverly, they go together into the woods. Neither of them know anything about woods, so they get extremely lost. I think something else is going on with the woods, and the woods is trying to stop them from finding it. But they do find the staircase, stairway to heaven, if you will. Sorry, I had to. But they call in Doc for backup, but Doc can't find them. He's going through his own thing, and so beyond little stuff about how to figure out technology-wise and things here and there, that was basically Jeremy's story. His love interest, poor dude, not only is hawking up black stuff, and I say poor dude, but he's hiding it from Jeremy, so. And then he gets kidnapped by a tree. Because, yeah, trees were a big thing in this episode, and they were actually alive. The episode actually started with a tree moving, and no one's seeing it but a revenant that Wynonna thinks is crazy and kills. But, so, yeah, that's weird. But speaking of Doc, his story is kind of with Wynonna. They do a lot of flirting in the beginning, in the field and at home. Wynonna stumbles upon the most heartbreaking but cutest thing. Apparently, before Wynonna made the decision to send Alice away, Doc handmade a little cradle for baby Alice with his bare hands with a heart in it, and it's like, but he's also not mad at Wynonna for it. She's mad at herself, but he's not mad at her for it. Sending her away. They actually kiss. And it's... But in a funny note, though, Nicole actually interrupts them. And I think that's going to be an ongoing thing. Because in the first 2 seasons, Wynonna kept interrupting Way Hot stuff. So I think now Nicole's going to start interrupting Wynonna stuff. Which is perfect. But anyway, the other thing with Doc is when he went to go help Jeremy, he ended up seeing... Well, first of all, he heard what I'm assuming is supposed to be Alice's cries. And then hearing hell. And then Bullshar appears and tells him that he can make sure that he doesn't go to hell if he just does one thing for him, and we don't hear what that is. And then that's his story for the episode, except for the end, which I'll get into. I'm saving that. Going back, Nicole, her subplot was just finding out more information about her backstory and how it was Black Badge who set the fire. About the massacre. And someone saved her. We still don't know who. But basically her thing was just there to help Waverly, because Waverly was put through the ringer in this episode. Props to Dominique. She had some really awesome, cute moments at the beginning where she spills everyone's secret and then does her cute thing, gets them all to do a group hug together, and it's very cute. But then they put her through the emotional ringer, because then she actually see, the thing is they don't really have the funding from BPD or whatever connections Doll still had with the BBD Black Badge, and so Waverly has to go to some old school phones that are literal flip phones. Dominique even plays with it. Sorry, Waverly even plays with it for a bit, which was really funny. But then after that cute scene, though, Rick cut it to right heavy stuff where she gets a call on the phone. They need someone to sign for her mother's transfer, because her mother's being transferred because her mother either almost or did kill a doctor there to write in blood, "Stay away." And so she goes to see her mom, and Mom basically kind of says that she's a demon, that there's a demon, and yells for her daughter to get away. And so this fucks up little poor Waverly. And oh boy. Then later the mom escapes, and then Waverly finds her in the barn, and then we see that the mom did have a dark passenger. it was this little ghost thing that gives me serious vibes of the Japanese stereotypical ghost girl. Ghost with the long black hair, covers the eyes. Very creepy for the millisecond that we saw it. But that was Waverly, because we don't see anything else from that except for the end, which I'll get into. Actually, I think I'm going to get into it now, because Wynonna's story after the whole Doc thing was to try to get them to keep on the Earp crew, Team Earp, to stay with the police, but there's not really funding for it, so she's trying to deal with all of that. She's even talking to Nedley, and oh yeah, by the way, Nedley reveals to Waverly and Nicole that the mom tried to kill her before, burnt her in a barn, burned little Waverly in a barn, and she was covered in ash but survived. More hinting to the Nephilim thing, but anyway, she's talking to Nedley about all this, and she sees Waverly after she saw the mom, which, cool line there, where we just see her in the background, and Wynonna glimpses at her, and she's like, uh-oh, sad Waverly. And then goes to investigate, and then she's like, oh, fuck no. And then goes to, like, yell at the mom, but then the mom uses that to escape and then get back to the barn like before. But here's where things go from really fucked up to, oh my god, what the fuck? Because Wynonna gets there, and Doc is there, Nicole is there, Waverly's there, they're all happy, they're eating pastries and sweets, baked goods, and then talking about how everything's okay, and that they know that a demon is there, but Jolene is there to help. And then woman played by the blonde lead female romantic interest from Lost Girl and the AI from Dark Matter, that chick, she pops in playing Jolene, who's got an apron on, and she's like, oh yeah, here, try this, I know it's your favorite, and then stuffs a brownie into Wynonna's face, and she's like, oh yeah, a demon is coming to kill Waverly, but I'm here to help, and everything's okay. And Wynonna, just after eating the brownie, is teen, happy, reminding me of that video game that is taking forever to come out, We Happy Few, if you've heard about it. But anyway, they're all laughing, and then Jolene basically says, you all be dead without me. You'd all be very dead. And then boom, next time on Wynonna Earp. Holy crap, this was, what the fuck, I can't not believe this episode. Sorry for going super fast, but I'm trying to make it so that I can get this out at a reasonable time for you, even though I had to re-record the whole damn thing. But thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know I'm talking super fast, but I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about this crazy-ass episode. Next time I'll see you will be in another Top Tuesday, even though the first one didn't do all that great. But maybe I could find something else and get it out earlier, so who knows. But that's probably the next time you'll see me. Without further ado, till next time and beyond.